guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome to another career mode video. It's another $1 billion career mode video, and today we are going to be doing a $1 billion career mode with Bury, the club that has been just everywhere in the news lately. For those of you that are unaware, Bury unfortunately has been in some significant financial troubles and have recently been kicked out of the EFL. It's a shambles of a situation. Their owner pretty much only bought the club so that way he could eventually just liquidate it later on and try to make bank off of, I don't know, the land of the stadium or whatever. It's just complete utter nonsense. The EFL allowed this guy, Steve Dale, to take ownership of the club. Very fit and proper right there. And now, absolute fucking shocker that this is where we are. And even though the club isn't necessarily dead and buried, if you pardon the pun, it just means that the club has been completely kicked out of the English Football League. So it's like, what is even the point? There's no competition for them to compete in. But hope is not all but lost for Bury yet. There could still be a chance that they might survive, and we're really just waiting on someone to come through to take over the club and hopefully rescue it. I'm sure the entire footballing world is hoping that this happens in real life, but for now, let's go ahead and give Bury $1 billion worth of a transfer budget. And just before we continue on with this one, I'll let you know that this video was brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, if you somehow do not know already, is this brilliant all-in-one platform that allows you to get domains, create websites, online stores, and a whole bunch more. It is the #1 place to go and build a beautiful banging website, whether you're an entrepreneur, a musician, a blogger, an influencer, or whatever. If you want to make a website, do it with Squarespace. And the best part is, if you don't know much about putting together websites, it's a brilliant, simple place to go. There's nothing to patch, install, or upgrade ever. So be sure to click the link in the description down below to check out Squarespace for yourself, and be sure to use code BUCKS, that is code BUCKS at checkout for 10% off your first purchase. Oh, and by the way, if you do put anything together on Squarespace, whether it be FIFA related, football, gaming related, whatever, then please show me because I would love to see. Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video, but let's get back into it. Let's see if we can not only save this club, which is unfortunately on its hind legs, but maybe even propel it all the way to the Premier League and maybe even the Champions League, and just see what we can do with it within the 5-season limit. If you look at the majority of the players in their roster, you'll notice that they're all pretty much 60 to 65 overall, and with a mix of ages in there, some that have some decent potential, but around 60 to mid-60s. That is the average rating of this team. So I have put together a short list of players that should be around about that same rating in a whole bunch of different positions, and quite honestly, I'm going to try to go in and sign as many of these players as I possibly can. Straight away in Season 1, no stuffing around. We are just going to hopefully get it done. Alright, I've advanced ahead a month. I now have information on all the players in my shortlist, and what I'm going to do is pretty much buy 11 new players. Pretty much form a brand new starting 11 with players just out of this shortlist. So I'll be getting a new goalkeeper, a new right back, it could be Tom Edwards or Dagba, whoever I can get, whoever's the best really option. 2 new centre backs, a left back, centre defensive mid, centre midfielders, centre attacking midfielders, wingers, strikers, the whole lot. If you leave that with me for a second, I will show you a brand new starting 11 for this Bury Football Club. I'm also going to go ahead and set up a scouting network too, because, since we've got players that are only 60 to 65 overall in the team, and they're the sort of players we're going to buy straight up anyway, we could end up scouting some players that could go straight to the starting 11 anyway. So that's what I'm going to look for as well. I'm going to go to buy the best scouts available. So we've got an Englishman, a Spaniard, and who else have we got? An Austrian. Okay, so we'll send them away to their, respective countries. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, I've gone through the whole shortlist that I showed you and signed every player that I could have got. Everyone else in the shortlist is either on loan, I'm just not able to buy for whatever reason, like they may have just recently moved to the club, and some are just not willing to relocate because they're so high up in so many different tiers. So there were a few Premier League players in that shortlist, and you just cannot sign players in that high of a league down to League 2. So this is all we've really got in terms of a change of the 11. We've got Lloyd Kelly at left back. We've got Dozzell and Downs, a new centre midfield partnership. All these guys have high, mid to high 80 rated potential. Some maybe teetering to low 80s, but still have plenty of room to grow. And we've got Antonio Marin as well at the wing position. Now, this is an okay team for League 2. I'm hoping we can get us out of there. We might advance on ahead to the halfway stage, where hopefully some other players we might be able to sign from our shortlist will pop up. And if not, then still, we'll just take a look and see how we're going. With this team, hopefully that could be enough to get us out of League 2. I'm also in the background going to be building a youth academy and a youth squad as well, and hopefully we can bring up some players that might be of use for the starting 11 straight away. So boys, if you don't mind me, let's advance all the way ahead now to the halfway point of the first season. Okay, we've advanced to the halfway stage of the season. I put way too much faith in that team. I should have made more signings. Oh shit. We aren't even in the top 7, which is a bit concerning, because if you scroll down, we had to go a long way to find ourselves there. It's not like we're totally out of, it's completely over for us. We could still get out of League 2, but it looks like it's going to have to be through promotion battles and stuff like that. Like with the, God, that sounds like something you do in Ultimate Team, like promotion battles, whatever. We're going to have to battle it out through the playoffs. I was only able to find one other player in that shortlist that I put together that I could actually sign, and it's this Meslia, whatever, French, however you bloody pronounce it. So we've got ourselves a new goalkeeper. That I think will hopefully go a long way, but Jesus, man. I've also been putting together a youth academy, but I just can't find enough players that are like 60 rated or high that I could just chuck them straight into the starting 11. And look, I'll be honest, because I'm actually getting a little bit nervous, I'm going to try to make some big moves. I'm going to go for some pre-contract signings and just go for some bloody, mercenaries. Let's see if Mario Balotelli I can bring to League 2 and hopefully League 1 next season. Oh my God, we're actually going to get somewhere. I might be able to make a couple of decent pre-contract signings for next season and just hope to God that we get to League 1 in this one. Okay, I cannot believe that. I'm going to make some crazy moves for next season with pre-contracts. I've signed Mario Balotelli, who'll be playing at least League 1 next season. That's hilarious. Okay, who else can I find? I've got a couple of other players that are decently rated from like top leagues and stuff, none of which are willing to give me the time of day. They're not willing to relocate. This is the big hassle, the big pain with actually trying to get high quality players. I can't actually do it, but I've noticed Joel Matip has got himself a release clause. If I just go to pay that, can I then directly negotiate with him? And I think I've just found a bit of a loophole to get some somewhat decent players. Okay, all I've got to do is try to find some decently rated players with release clauses, pay those release clauses, and I'll actually be able to sign almost anyone I want. Hell yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. Just because I had to absolutely make sure we get promoted every single damn season to get in the Premier League. Otherwise, there's no chance of making Champions League. Joel Matip, Champions League winner, now in League 2. What the heck? This is the power of money, people. Well, I've gone shopping and I found some. How about this? Gareth Bale for 100 million. Am I actually going to blow 100 million on Gareth Bale? I don't know. I could go crazy with this if I wanted to. Paco Alcacer, although to be honest, we've already got Mario Balotelli joining us, so I don't really know what the need is. We've got Hirving Lozano. I might be smart and buy him just because he can actually get higher rated than Bale. Bale's only going to start dropping off, and he's going to cost me like double the price. I'm also going to pick up Mustafi as well. Just a partnership. Joel Matip and Mustafi bossing it in League 2. Just because this is mad. Okay, now this team can do something. We've got 80 rated centre-back partnership. We got Hirving bloody Lozano playing for Bury in League 2 this damn early. I did not know this was an exploit to try to sign players. Oh my God, that's crazy. But anyway, I genuinely did not know about that exploit for lower teams down the table to just buy whoever you wanted if you had the money. That's insane. Lozano, crazy centre-back partnership. Now this team is getting out, surely. I mean, hell, we might not even have to do it through the playoffs. We could just boss the league for the second half of the season and get out automatically. I mean, I don't know. Let's find out. And take a look at this. We made it into the top 3. We're automatically promoted into League 1, and thank God I found that little exploit in time, because if I didn't, there's 100% we would have 100% finished in either 4th or 7th, or hell, not even made the playoffs at all. And there's no guarantee in the playoffs either, so thank God we were able to find that. Joel Matip, or whatever his name is, Mustafi, and bloody Hirving Lozano guiding us to that top 3 spot. Yeah, Lerving, the second he got here, started tearing things up. 11 goals in 17 games. Bloody Moore and Lavery, or Laverick, whatever, only managed to get like a couple more than Lozano in like nearly double the games. But yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. We absolutely tore it up toward the end of the season, and we're in League 1. Right, alright then, Season 2. And I gotta be honest with you, kind of fucked up a little bit. I didn't exactly renew the contracts of 2 players that I had just signed. For some dumb reason, I was only able to get them on 1-year contracts, forgot. So we've lost Lloyd Kelly, and we've unfortunately also lost who was at left back, and we've lost Antonio Marin. So I now got to get a new left winger and a new left back, and I just wasted money on him. So yeah, awesome. But regardless, we got Balotelli in, Lozano, we've got Mustafi and Matip still at centre back. We've still got a decent-ish younger centre midfield partnership. Rose is the only youth academy player that is somewhat decently rated that could just get into that starting 11. Although I'm not sure how long he's going to stay there. Because now I can pretty much buy almost any one of the players that I want. Being in League One, weirdly enough, means I can now sign all the players from like the Premier League and the Serie A, for example, like Bastoni here. Like I can get him now. So any player that's not on loan, has recently joined a new club or whatever, I'm now, they're up for grabs. So yeah, if you don't mind me, I'm just going to start going crazy and signing as many of these players as I can. You know what? As a matter of fact, lads, I bought them all. I completely cleared out the entire shortlist. Look, there's no one left in there. Every one of those players that I couldn't get last season because I was in League 2, I've just gone ahead and bought them all. And now here is what the team looks like. We've got pretty much almost all 70 rated players at least everywhere. Balotelli, Lozano, and obviously Joel Matip and Mustafi are still standouts, but now we have like a really good young core of players that have potential in like the 80s as a bare minimum. And that's just not on the starting 11 too. That's in the substitutes and even a fair few in the reserves as well, like a little lower down. So trust me, lads, we are set now. I think we're going to walk League One. I've just signed like double-digit players in one transfer window. Don't tell me we ain't getting up to the championship immediately. And yeah, are you that surprised? Look at where we are. 63 points. 7. Numbers, maths, quick maths, don't know them. 21 wins, 4 draws, just the one loss. I want to know who that team that beat me was. It was Ipswich. Fucking Ipswich. Alright, we're smashing them in the rematch. But look, alright, 2 players I've found that I think I'm going to get. Anthony Lopez, he's available on a pre-contract, so I'll just sign him on a pre-contract. And 1 player for right now, even though our promotion is more than secure. I'm going to get Pablo Sarabia. That's it. Alright, I'm going to try to sign him. He's got a release clause, although I might just be able to buy him for cheaper than that, you know. Now that we're in League 1, we can sign whoever we want. I'm going to delegate 36 mil, don't go any higher than 53, see if we can pick him up. And okay, we've got ourselves an agreement, 76k. That's like more than double what he's getting paid at Sevilla, but hey, you've got to be getting paid if you're willing to drop all the way down to League 1, so it's understandable. We also went ahead and picked up Lopez. He's joining next season. Gomez, however you bloody pronounce his name, we're going to put Sarabia in now, so we've got 80 rated forwards, 80 rated defenders, and now we've got an 80 rated midfielder. This team, if it wasn't already unbeatable, except for Ipswich, in League 1, then it is now. Roll on the end of the season. We've already got our spot in the championship sorted out. Let's just see how it ends up. Whoo! Can you believe it? Look at what we finished up on. 116 points. That's got to be a record, surely. We lost 4 or like 3 other games though toward the end of the season. So lads, we're dropping off a bit. I'm a bit concerned. No fucking slacking. I mean, yeah, sure. I guess I can understand when you've pretty much sealed promotion and the championship with, what would it be, like 9 or 10 games to go. But still, very disappointed. We got Balotelli and Lozano in 20 plus goals. We've got Dragomir here, a guy that isn't even in my starting 11, but geez, he's banging them in. He's leading the assists as well. Okay, this guy's going all right. We've got Chong, Pellegrini, Smith Rowe, Mustafi's getting some goals from centre back, bloody banging them. And look at the overall change of some of our guys. This Jonathan Griffiths bloke is another youth academy player, and he is soared up to 7. We got +5 for our goalkeepers as well, great to see, and then +4, +3 for everybody else. We got bloody an 87 rated goalkeeper joining us next season, mate. We are going to soar. Even in the championship, I think we're going to soar. Okay, season 3 then, and this team again is still too good even for the fact we're in the championship now, but I'm going to look to make it even stronger. Got to be honest with you, we've kind of burned through the budget. I'm not too surprised by that, but we only now have 150 million in the budget. Hell, there might be some, I might be pushing it there, some championship teams that could have, actually no, I'll will that back. We've still got an insane amount of money even for a championship team, but we're going to run out of it before we even get to the Premier League. I've got a couple of players now in the shortlist that I'm going to look to include into the team, and I'm going to get Leroy Sané on a pre-contract because he's in the last year of his contract. And as for these lads, Campbell, Torres, and Ayet Benasser, I'm not exactly sure, Ayet Benasser, regardless, I'm going to pick up 2 other centre midfielders as well. It'll probably be Campbell and it'll probably be Torres. I'm pretty much just going to put down offers for all 3 of those centre midfielders, whoever I can buy than whatever. Sane and then these other centre-backs I can get on pre-contract. So I don't know about those other two centre-backs, but I'm definitely getting Sane on a pre-contract. And look, we were able to successfully sign both Campbell and Torres. So they're going to go into my starting 11 straight away then. Sorry, Gibbs White, mate, but we're chucking you out for Torres. And sorry, Dragomir, even though you did bits last season, I'm going to have to look at that. Look at that now. That is a mid-80 rated midfield. We've just got a left winger, a left back to get, a new right back, and then we've got an all 80 rated starting 11. I'm already going to get Leroy Sane at left wing. It's just about getting a new, two new fullbacks. God damn. This team is going to be ridiculous by the time we hit the Premier League. Okay, halfway stage. Once again, I'm not surprised. We're nowhere near as dominant as we were in League One. That's to be expected. But look, we got a 9-point gap between ourselves and third place. So even if we don't finish as champions, which, hey, who knows, something could happen, some shenanigans, I still expect we'll be in the Premier League in the next season. I am going to make that one and only pre-contract signing. I've got the budget for it. And look, I could offer him, he's getting paid over $300K a week in the Premier League. I could get him a $100,000, $125,000 wage a week and he'd accept that. Are you mental? Don't tell me he would actually go for it. I've got so much more money I could offer him and I'm fully prepared to. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. It's still a major pay cut for a 90 rated player. Whatever, I'm accepting it. I'm not even... whatever. It is done. We're going to have a 90 rated Leroy Sane joining us next season. Burry, lads, don't thank me. You haven't just been rescued. You are fucking thriving right now. And all it takes is $1 billion. Hey, who would have thought it? And there we have it. Top of the league. 15-point gap between ourselves and second place Stoke City, who will be coming up with us. Huddersfield, West Brom, Swansea, and all that lot. Look, it looks like what? Well, Wigan, not that. No, that's not right. Whatever. We're up in the Premier League. I thought for a second I was trying to figure out who else had come up between 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th in the Championship. Who got promoted? It was Huddersfield. Huddersfield's coming up with us. All right, cool. Good to know. Lozano this season was our leading goal scorer. Smith Rowe at only 76 overall was getting a fair few for us. Balotelli banging him in. And even though he's not in the starting 11, this Vlad Mihai Dragomir guy is continuing to bang in the goals. And he's got a decent amount of assists. Bloody hell. About the same combined as an 84 rated Pablo Sarabia. But finally, we will end this season, enter season 4, and when we do, we will be in the Premier League. But look at this, look at where we are, the Premier League. We've made it all the way from League 2, back to back to back promotions, and here we are with the big boys. Unfortunately, our budget now is about that of a decently sized Premier League team, and the fact that we had $1 billion before is now all but gone. We're literally just... we're literally the rest. I mean, we've got a pretty good team on paper, thankfully, that we don't need to spend too much, but still. And I think the only sort of moves I'm going to make are Raheem Sterling. I'm going to try to buy him straight away, although I've literally I might not be able to buy him for the amount that, I've not got that much cash, only about 100 mil in the bank, so I'll try to spend that on Sterling. And if possible, at the halfway stage of the season in January, I'll try to pick up a left back, either Marcus Alonso or Grimaldo, hopefully him. And then a new right back, Thomas Munir, potentially Kyle Walker, I don't know. And look, I'll delegate to buy. I'm going to offer 85.5, yeah, sure, to start. And I'm not going any higher than 100 million. If I can get it done, I get it done. But I still need to make sure I have money for these fullbacks. And yep, not going to happen because they only want 124 million. So I'm not going to get Sterling just yet. Looks like this is going to be the team that we fight in the Premier League with. It's very, very good, and we're not going to get relegated or anything. My concern is, are we going to make Champions League? There's a chance we might not even get in the Champions League. I'll take any sort of European football. For League 2 to European football in 4 or 5 seasons, I'll take that. Hopefully we get Europa League at the least. We will see. Bring on January, the halfway stage of the Premier League. Where are we going to be on this table? Oh my god! What the fuck? I did not expect this. We're top of the Premier League. 2 losses, 15 wins in 21 games. What? Now how? Okay, I know our team is good, but I didn't expect it to be Champions League, bloody winning the Premier League good. It's not like we're even, okay, look, we got a couple of decent, high 80 rated players, a good goalkeeper, and a 92 rated star player here, but I didn't think this team on paper was any better than, say, some of your Man Cities, your Liverpools, and your other top 6 teams. And we're just straight up dominating. Like, I cannot believe it. All right, well, we've got a 100 million budget and a little bit more added on in terms of wage. I'm going to sign 2 fullbacks, a left back and a right back, and then we'll have an almost all 80 rated team. I'm going to pick up Grimaldo if I can, although I think he's just gone to Real Madrid, so I can't get him. Okay, in that case, I'm going to sign Thomas Munir, and I'm also going to get Marcus Alonso. And those two have accepted then. I would have loved to have picked up Grimaldo, but all right, fine. We'll have Marcus Alonso and Munir for this final, or, season and a half that we have left. And after making those signings, I've got like 110 mil. I still don't think that's enough to get Sterling. Not that we even need him. We're top of the bloody league. Either way, let's just advance to the end of the season. I mean, who knows? We're almost definitely going to be in the Champions League next season, which is what I'm so excited for. But could we actually win the Premier League? And bloody hell, we're even doing bits in the domestic competitions as well. And oh my God, I did not expect this. I cannot believe it. If only we won League 2. Imagine, we would have won League 2, League 1, the Championship, and then the Premier League. That would have been unreal. That would have been insane. But no, it's a League 1 Championship, followed by a championship, and then the Premier League champions. I'm shocked by this. Liverpool, Man City, and Spurs are the top 4. Everton 5th. Everyone else, all the teams you'd expect to sort of be where they are kind of where they are. It's mental. Okay, and who in this team was doing it for us? We've got Emile Smith-Rowe, our leading goal scorer. Okay, mental. We got Leroy Sané with 12 goals, 6 assists. Balotelli, back in the Premier League, 31 years of age, banging in 12 goals. He's got 9 in the Premier League specifically, but it's just a mix. Goals coming from everywhere. No major high goal scoring numbers or anything like that, but enough for us to win the bloody Prem. Sadly, we couldn't win any of those domestic cups that we seem to be doing quite well in. We unfortunately missed out on the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Spurs took both of those home, but still, we won the bloody Premier League. We're English football champions when this club in real life has been kicked out the league. That is crazy. Well, one final season left. We're going to end it here, move on into our 5th and final season in the Premier League, and we are playing Champions League football. Can we go from winning League 1 to the Championship to the Premier League, and maybe even, I don't know if it's too much to ask, the goddamn Champions League? Well, here we go then for one final season. Alonso at left back and Munir at right back. Although, to be fair, I had Dagba there. He's already 80 rated, so it doesn't really matter. It's just Alonso, we've made the improvement there. Sané still 92 rated. Balotelli started to drop off. And the midfield, Campbell started to drop off. So have we got anyone else? Dragomir's been nuts. I know he's low overall, but stuff it. He's been banging in goals for us like crazy. So we'll put him in there. And as for Chong, the only player under 80 rated in the team, I'm going to go for Sterling. I've surely got the cash now. Yes, indeed. Thankfully, I do. About 170 mil or something. So let's just get this last transfer of the career mode done. I'm offering 90 million to start. I'm going to have to probably pay about 110, 120. Oof, actually not even. Closer to 140. I tried to bring him down to 120. They've come back with 124. You know what? Let's just accept it. It's the only other transfer I'm making this season, so it's over. I'll just super quickly delegate a wage as well. That's got to be more than enough. Just advanced ahead a few days and it's done. We have Raheem Sterling now playing for Bury, and that will be our final signing. He's in. Come on. We've got the band back together a little bit, Balotelli, it's got a very Man City vibe to it, We've got the 2 former Man City wingers here, Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling, and a former Man City star and Balotelli back, except it's not Man City, it's Bury, and it's just all mad. It's crazy. Here it is. I genuinely do not believe it, but we are about to see Bury in the Champions League. What is our group going to look like? Are we going to be able to get out of it? We're not in Group A, B, C, or D. It's Group H. We're with Barcelona, PSV, and Olympiacos. All right, we can get out of that, I think. It's Barcelona and ourselves, surely the favourites. Will we do it, though? That is the question. Advancing to the halfway stage of this season for the final time, are we getting out of that group? And we did. Oh my God, we absolutely smashed it in the group. Well, so did Barcelona as well. We didn't finish on top. We finished second. That's fine. PSV and Olympiacos, lads, what was even the point? It means we've actually been kind of nice, with the draw. We got Villarreal in the round of 16 compared to on paper some of the other teams we could have had. I'm just saying. Well, here we go then, lads. We are going to be playing knockout stage Champions League football when we were only 5 seasons ago knocking around in League 2. Woo, here we go. All right, we are going to skip ahead straight away. The home league first. You're fucking shitting me. As if. 1-0 down already. Please, for the love of God, do not do this to me. Do not get me all the way to the knockouts and then have me knocked out by fucking Villarreal in the round of 16. Come on, boys. We need a big triumphant comeback in the away leg. Yeah, it's away goal, boys. Come on. That's it. We're through into the quarters. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Who have we got in the quarterfinals? The last day. Dortmund. We have been paired up against. And look, hey, I was happy with just making the knockout stage. I mean, maybe not. If I got knocked out in the round of 16, I would have been pissed. But the quarterfinals, I'll happily go out on. Everything else after this is just a bonus. Is the dream of winning League 1, Championship, Premier League, and then the Champions League on? Is it on? Again, it's the same thing. We've lost 1-0. This time we're with the away side, so we've got no away goals. That is going to kill us. We just need to win this thing outright. There is no away goal rule to save us. We've got to get it done on aggregate. Please. It's over. Quarterfinals. Well, okay, we've gone from League 2 in 5 seasons to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. That is unreal. That is a major effort. I wanted it so badly, so desperately, but it wasn't to be. Oh my God, in Christ, no wonder we fell off so much and didn't... I mean, quarterfinals of the Champions League, I think we did okay there, but look at that. From the champions of the Premier League in first place all the way dropping down to 7th. That is major. That is so poor. Man City are nowhere to be seen too, by the way. Where the hell are they? They're like 11th. But nah, 7th for Bury in our final season. It's a bit underwhelming if I'm being completely honest with you. Look, we made the final of the Carabao Cup 2 and lost on penalties to Spurs. And I think we were doing okay in the FA Cup as well. And we lost in the final of the FA Cup as well. This is a shit... this is such a cock tease of a season. I knew I should have got another striker in apart from Balotelli, but I kept him in for the meme, and look what's happened. Our leading goal scorers and assisters, no surprise, Sane, Sterling did bits. Gibbs-White did it right, and Sargent ended up actually making way more appearances than Balotelli did, but... Oh, well, okay, I keep acting dejected that we didn't win the Champions League when we were in League 2 at the start of this damn career mode. You know, I'm going to take that. That is a mad effort that we got that far, and holy shit, fair play. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I know a lot of you requested this one, and I'm obviously wishing the best of luck to the Bury Football Club. Hopefully, all works out there. But once again, thank you all for watching, especially if you've made it this far. Until the next career mode video and the next $1 billion career mode video, my name is MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.